Hey guys, so tonight we're going to talk about how to properly use a beauty blender. And I know I get this question, quite a bit. Do you wet it? Do you not wet it? How do you use it? So I thought I would do a video on the various uses of a beauty blender because I actually use this to put foundation on, I use it to put concealer on, and then I use it to bake my face, which we'll go into. Now with foundations, there are a lot of different ways, a lot of different brushes you can use. You can use like a flat kabuki, you can use a stippling brush, which looks like this, and you basically just tap it all over your face. You can use a paddle brush, which is my least favorite because, I don't know, I'm not a painter. Or you can use a beauty blender. Now I've got the Real Beauty blender here, which retails for about $20, and then I've got this Real Technique sponge, and it retails for, I think, $6. But they're just as good. They're both good. These have both been wet, and they expand greatly in size when wet. So I'm just gonna do some foundation. So I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me in 120. That doesn't really matter, but just in case anyone was curious. And what I did was applied some to the back of my hand, and then I'm gonna dot it all over my face. Now you can just pick up foundation with your beauty blender, which I do sometimes. I mean, it doesn't really make that big of a difference. Ignore that. What the hell, am I right? Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this fat end of the beauty blender and just start tapping it in. Actually, let me get a mirror because I literally can't see what I'm doing right now. Aha. Alright. So, we're just going to tap it in. Now, the reason you want to tap it as opposed to swiping it is because if you swipe it, you're going to get streaky coverage. Like your face is not going to absorb the foundation properly, and it's just going to look streaky. And we don't want that. That's not cute. I don't care how cute you are, you don't look good with a streaky face. So, we're just going to continue to tap. Make sure you get that in good everywhere, especially if you have a zit right on your lip. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I actually tap it all over my eyes also and into my brows just because I don't care. And then once you go down your neck, you can swipe because you're not really trying to deposit a lot of color onto your neck. You're just trying to blend your face makeup in with your neck. And there, you see how dewy it looks? It looks really dewy and pretty. That's the kind of finish that you're going to get with a beauty blender. You're going to get a really naturally looking finish. If you can see here, you can still see my skin shining through. It's not like I have caked on a layer of foundation. If you want a more fuller coverage, you can always go in with another layer with the beauty blender and that'll get you a fuller coverage, or you can go in with a kabuki. That's going to get you fuller coverage. But okay, so now we're finished with the foundation. It's looking pretty good. These lights look a little funky. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to figure out my lighting setup. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go in with some concealer. And you can't see that at all, but this is the Fit Me concealer also, and it's in shade Fair. Because I'm fair. Now what I'm going to do is just put this under my eyes. And I'm going to take it out to the side because that's going to help with your highlight. You want to take it in a triangle motion because that's going to help brighten up this part of your face and, you know, just bring those cheeks forward a little bit. And that just really helps get started on your highlighting routine. So now I'm just going to highlight down my nose, a little onto the forehead. Try not to get that in the brows. A little on the chin, and then a lot on that monster. Okay. So now, what I like to do is use the pointy end of the Beauty Blender and just dab that concealer right in there, girl. Get it in there. And the pointy end really lets you get close up to your eye, as opposed to this end you would be jabbing your eyes out, and that's not going to look cute. So just continue to blend this in. I'm going to get my mirror because I can't see what happened to my lights. Okay. Tap that out. Well, missed a spot over there. Now, never swipe concealer. I don't care if you're using your finger, a beauty blender, a brush. It doesn't matter. Never swipe your concealer because that's going to take away coverage. And what you want out of your concealer is coverage. I mean, that's the main reason for using a concealer. So, now that our face is all foundationed and concealered up, I'm actually going to bake my under eye concealer a little bit with some powder. And now what that's going to do, it's going to achieve two things. Whenever you bake your concealer, and I'll show you how in just a second, it's going to help not to crease in case you have little wrinkles under your eyes, which I may or may not. And it's also going to help you with any eyeshadow fallout. If you put on any eyeshadow, you know what I mean, and it falls underneath your eyes, if you're baking there, you have an extra layer of powder, and that's going to make it easy to wipe that fallout off. So this is the Coty Airspun, dirt cheap. You can get it at Walmart. And I'm just going to dip my Beauty Blender right in there. And I'm going to bake my under eyes. Looks good. Basically, you are going to know that you've baked good enough when you absolutely wouldn't leave the house looking like what you're looking like. So continue baking, girl. Now, if you want to do any kind of contouring, now would be the time to do it. And actually, this isn't going to go into a whole contouring tutorial or anything, but I will show you how you can bake underneath your contour. So let's just say I was going to contour get some NYX taupe, because, you know, we're all about that class. Ooh. See where the hollow of my cheek is? And mine goes kind of downward. Anyway. Woo! Yeah, that's nice and drag queen-esque. Yep. Looking great, Sylvia. Looking great. Anyway, so you can blend this out. Keep in mind, this is not a contouring tutorial, so I'm not going to go above and beyond with contouring. But if you want to clean up your contour, make it look a little more sharp, take more of that powder and just go right underneath where you contoured. You see that? And that's what people are talking about when they say bake in your contour. And Beauty Blender is an excellent way to do that. Yeah, so lay that on. Lay it on. And then if you get oily in any other specific spots like me, I get oily beside my nose, bake a little there too. And your chin. Basically, I guess I get oily everywhere. I'm just going to bake my entire face. But anyway. So what you can do now that your eyes have been baking for a while is just wipe it off. Wipe this off. Alright, and that's pretty much the foundation routine. So, to sum this video up, I would definitely try one of these out if you're having any kind of problems with your foundation. If it's too cakey, if it looks unnatural, if you find it's too full coverage and you just want, you know, a dewier finish, give the Beauty Blender a try, or give this Real Techniques sponge a try, because I'm telling you, they achieve the same thing. This is a quarter of the price. But anyway, so there's the video. Ignore my face, I have nothing on. And sorry about that. I would edit that out, but I'm going to be honest, I'm not that good at editing, and we all sneeze. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a good night, and if you think of anything else that you want to see, just let me know. Leave me a comment below, or leave me a comment on my Facebook page. I will read everything, and I will respond to 99% of things. But anyway, have a good night, guys. Bye.